Hi guys, it's BB. Welcome back to my channel, my beautiful monarch butterflies. I hope that all of y'all are having a lovely day. Alright, so in today's video, I am doing a journaling flip through of a Alice in Wonderland inspired digital kit from Creating with Jovi over at Creating with Jovi's Etsy called Wonderland Reimagined. So be sure and check her out on YouTube as well as her Etsy. So as the introduction picture, you can see that there's a pocket near the word Wonderland and a little tuck spot there for you to tuck some goodies. You can interchange the picture for the introduction of the journal, I guess the cover. And then here, I fussy cut her out of one of the digital pages, and then I decided to make her the chess piece. I thought it would look really cute. I did some stamping, and then I put some of the phrasing that Jovi put in the digital kit, as well as a sweet little border at the bottom with like the aces and little themed border there. I thought it looked really cute. On the inside, you could see some whimsical fabric as my pocket with some red roses, the iconic red roses from the Queen. And then inside, I tucked a little bit of some ephemera and a huge, large journaling pocket. Tag. I'm so sorry. I gotta get my wording together. Here we're greeted by Jovi's digital kit with that gorgeous pink flamingo. And I left a lot of journaling spaces for whoever ends up with this. This will be linked up on my Poshmark for any of you guys who want to check it out for yourselves and support my Poshmark closet. If you're new to Poshmark, be sure and check out the link down below so that you can get $10 off your first purchase if you're signing up for the first time. And here you could see the digital kit of Jovi is tucked into that sweet little pocket, and then I just embellished it with a little bit of mushrooms. Again, this is a little fussy cut from her kit with gorgeous Alice. I love her big eyes, it's so pretty. And then I incorporated some little stationery here into this pocket. I think with the first signature I stuck more to like purples and pink hues, and then as the journal progresses I feel like they each have their own theme in terms of colors. I also printed out her digital kit on vellum paper, and I think it turned out super adorable. You can see the apothecary bottles on that scrapbooking paper, which I think is very fitting to the digital kit to the right hand side there that y'all just seen Alice drinking out of the bottle. And then here you can see her digital kit. Again, it shines so beautifully in this journal. I know I always say like, I had fun with this journal, but I truly had fun with this journal. I really enjoyed working with it. And then here you can see I did a sweet little pocket tuck with some hearts, of course, an homage to the crazy Queen. And then lots of flowers and florals in this journal you're going to see throughout the whole thing, because of course, you know, she goes into the journal and ends up getting to sing with the flowers. And although I feel like they were a little bit of bullies in the cartoon, and also I ended up finding this super cute coloring book at one of our libraries, our local libraries, and I also took some images from those books and incorporated it into this journal, which I thought was a lot of fun. So I try to include one of these little coin pockets in each one of my journals, so I just wanted to show you guys what I had stuffed in there. And then I put a cute little grommet, like little floral grommets, and I think they look so adorable. So we're gonna close it on up. I love that purple cardstock that I worked with. Oh, and then the paper clip is a heart. So you'll see I put a lot of like little fun paper clips in here. And then we got Project Life cards tucked into this gorgeous fabric. Once I'm out of that fabric, I'm gonna be so sad because it's so beautiful. All right, so here is another one of Jovi's digital kit cutouts. It says drink me. It's super adorable, again with the apothecary bottle scrapbooking paper, cute little tag with a hole enforcer that I added to it. I love how it turned out. Again, the vellum paper, as soon as I like downloaded the file to start working with this kit, I could just envision the ones that I wanted to print on linen paper. I wanted to back up to scrapbooking paper and or print on vellum. I was just like, yep, that's gonna be a vellum one, this is gonna be another vellum one. And it was just a lot of fun having a play with this kit. I 100% recommend. I think she did wonderful. She added some sentiments within her kit, lots of little cutouts that you could incorporate for your ephemera. And the color play, I mean, the color palette was just, I just enjoyed seeing all the color that she incorporated, like the watercolor element to it. I was like, oh yeah, this one is definitely one that I can't wait to work with. I did get a little behind on it. I would have had it out a lot sooner, but just life, you know, life gets in the way sometimes. And this is a little vintage invitation, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's flowers, it's perfect. It reminds me of whenever Alice again like goes to visit the flowers in the garden, and they have little faces on them. Stinking adorable. And then here you could see, well, you can't see very good, it doesn't show through on camera, but there's like glitter shimmery bits in these papers that I sprayed myself. And unfortunately it doesn't translate well on camera, but they're so super pretty in person. You'll just have to take my word for it. And then here I added some playing cards, some actual vintage playing cards, and then Project Life card cutouts. Again, here's her kit on a tag, and then I just added the hole enforcer. Plenty of journaling spaces for you. There's the kit once again, backed it up onto some floral cardstock there. And then this is a little side tuck there with a rose, and it's not sticker ephemera, it's actually just ephemera from Paper Studios, and it's more like plasticky, so I just stitched right through and I think it turned out really nice. Here I just did a huge journaling card. You can do some journaling on the back, and then I added a fun little tab with like a miniature playing card. And this is, I believe, linen paper, the one that I just am about to show you guys. And I thought that the camera was going to pick it up a little bit better, but it doesn't. But it's textural. It almost looks like there's a little bit of fibers in it. It's super cool. I'm horrible at describing it, but it was my first time working with linen paper, and I think it printed out so nicely, and I can't wait to incorporate them more into future journals. And then here I did a little flip up tag with a little corner tuck and the caterpillar. I added some sentiments from the coloring book. I like it. There's more journaling spaces there for you. And then check out this iconic little kitty cat paperclip, which I was like, that's the Cheshire Cat right there. Super adorable. And then here is again some vintage, I guess, stationery, or I don't know what to call it, but it said tea time, and I think it's very fitting for the theme. Again, I think this might be the linen paper. And there's the chest piece, so you can see how Alice is not on that printable, but that's part of the cover. And I used that sheet again because I just loved it. And then here we got some ledger paper that I've made into a pocket. And then I included this sweet little heart themed envelope with a wax seal with a little butterfly on it, and I just thought the colors paired so nicely with the ledger paper, they just match. And then I included some little goodies here, like the bottle, you know, for drink me, a little doily, a little banner, some mushrooms, and a little fun whale tail tab. Also, I reinforced the envelope with some vintage music paper, and I think that music paper is from like the 1930s, like early 1930s. It's so beautiful. And you can see how the ledger paper flips out, and there's the other side of the queen page, and backed it up to some scrapbooking paper. And I like how geometric it looks. I think the geometric patterns add so much to this journal. And then here I went ahead and did a large journaling card, and then I put the little timepiece clock there to kind of represent the rabbit always running late. And again, I'm trying to show off the shimmery paper, but again, it just doesn't translate good on camera, but it was worth a shot. And I added a little fun tab there. and it matches great with that huge large chest piece. We have a very interactive pocket tuck page here. It's super cute. So it can tuck there, and then it has a belly band right there. And then I used a little floral piece of ephemera as a tuck and just incorporated Jovi's kit right there. Oh, and the floral piece that is sitting under those floral pieces, that was from a calendar. So I love using the calendar that I had the last year. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I was hoping to find another one this year that was just as cute, but I wasn't successful. But any chance that I can get a cute calendar, I will. And here I ended up making a large journaling tag. Don't you just love that purple? It's so beautiful. And then I made a little tuck in the back with the remaining piece. Oh, so here, these are journaling prompts for whoever ends up with this and you need ideas for what you want to journal about. Since it's kind of quirky, it says, write about the beach. What is your favorite memory on your trip? Things like that. So, since there's kind of like a beachy feel at some point within the story, like with the little clams and stuff, the oysters, I think, I was like, okay, I feel like it would go really cute with this journal, so I decided to incorporate that beach prompt on there. And then here we have the Mad Hatter, but it's kind of got like a youthfulness to it. Super cute. I love the peachy, orangey cheeks he has. I think it just adds a cuteness to it, you know? There's Alice. And here we have some more of that calendar paper. Isn't that pretty? And here we have some ephemera pieces from her kit. So is the Mad Hatter. The Mad Hatter is from her kit as well. And some Paper Studios vellum flowers. Here's the frogs. Looking so cute. I love the frogs. I think they're so adorable. And it matches very nicely with the frog on the right. And it's got cute little sentiment at the bottom, so I pointed that out. Here we have another image of the Mad Hatter, but except this one's like a little bit more mature. And then here on the inside, it has the rabbit. And you could do some journaling there at the bottom. And then if we flip on over to this side, we've got her gorgeous kit once again with the Cheshire Cat and the rabbit. Isn't it so beautiful? Look at those colors. I'm telling you guys, you need to check out this kit for yourself. You would have a lot of fun. Okay, so here I added a sweet little ruffle. It almost reminds me of the stripes on the Cheshire Cat. And then here this says table, so you could either put your name and or write down Alice. And I didn't write anything down because my cursive is not very pretty, so I was like, no, whoever ends up with this, I'm sure they're gonna write a lot prettier than me. And then here we have this huge faux stamp that was given to me by Rosie over at Rose's Creative Wings, a cute little specimen card, and again, an apothecary bottle. And here it just flips open. It's a huge, large pocket. There you go. And then it folds back in, and then we have a little monarch butterfly on the right. From a sweet little book that I found at the library too, so been finding some really good finds there lately. And then there's that transparent pocket. I just love that fabric. I actually ripped up a little girl's dress that I got thrifting, and I just think it added such a nice whimsy, like delicate touch to the journal. Again with the frogs. I don't know how many times I've added these frogs. Can you tell it's one of my favorites? We got the flamingos, again some linen paper, a sweet little pocket. Sorry, I'm getting blown up on text messages, so if that comes through, I'm so sorry. Some vintage music page, again some journaling prompts. Look at the flamingos and that linen paper together. They just pair nicely with the pink hues with the florals there. All right, we got more flamingos. This little guy reminds me of Tweedledum and Tweedledee, except there's only one. But I just feel like it kind of reminded me of them. And then here this flips up, and then you could see how Alice transforms throughout her journey in her dream, and it says poor Alice. It's a little creepy, but I was like, you know what, sometimes our dreams take really strange turns, so I have to include it. All right, so here we have a little pocket tuck, but I don't flip it open, but it does. And it was just getting so hot outside, and there was a bird that kept squawking so much that I didn't even listen to him until after the filming. That's how hot I was, that the bird was irrelevant to me. And then going back to edit, my husband was like looking at me like, dang, so that bird's just really gonna squawk the whole time throughout the whole journaling flip through. But it's just lighting is better outside, and I made that sacrifice for this journaling flip through for you guys. And then there's again another vintage playing card there, lots of journaling spaces, and look at that rose floral scrapbooking paper. I love it. It looks like wallpaper to me. A huge large journaling tag with a lace pocket there. It's so cute, and you could even journal in the back if you chose to. And I thought the greens paired nicely with the Mad Hatter's hat there. And you could see how Jovi incorporated some realism, but there's also like super cute animation looking imagery as well, like cartoonish. So I like that she sprinkled both of them in there. All right, so some of these images are the fussy cut ones that I got from the coloring book that I really liked. So if you wanted to, you could color that in. And then you could do some journaling on the inside of the tag as well. And then this, I love the prompt on this one because I think it just goes really well. It says, "What is the strangest thing you have ever seen?" So I feel like with Alice having experienced that weird dream, I'm sure she saw a lot of strange things. And then on the little pocket here, I have that little thing that says detour. And I feel like she runs into trying to figure out which way she wants to go within her dream. And so I was like, ooh, detour, that's perfect. It goes great with the theme. We got some miniature playing cards here, a small little doily, and again, some little whale tail tabs, and again, some little mushrooms for added cuteness. I love me some mushrooms. Anytime I can incorporate them in a journal, I absolutely will. All right, so moving right along, I think we're on the last signature. I'm really sorry that I didn't tell you guys. We're on the first, the second, the third, or the fourth. But yeah, we are on the fourth signature, nearing the end of this journaling flip through. Here I did a masterboard journaling card, and again, went in with the coloring book imagery. And then Jovi's kit on the tag. There's her kit once again printed on vellum, again with her having a tea party, and then there's the Mad Hatter just collaged onto a belly band. Here's a pocket, again with a fussy or a cutout from her kit. And then here I had to play with some paints, and I wanted to kind of not necessarily like mix media, but I just had to play, and you could see the pattern that I created there. And so I decided to include it here in the journal. I can't remember who sent me those little delicate pages, but I want to say it might have been Kara or Felicia from FP Handmade. So thank you to whoever sent me those. I greatly appreciate them. They're so pretty, and I'm so glad that I got to incorporate them into this journal. And then again, I added more frogs. And then here you can see the other side of that linen paper with Alice. More journaling prompts, music, vintage page, and the linen paper again with the mushrooms and the flamingos. And a fun tab there at the end. And check this out, the end. I wanted to add that because I thought it was so good. It was like going through a storybook, you know, the journey with Alice. All right, you guys, again, be sure to check it out up on my Poshmark, and check out Jovi up on her Etsy and her YouTube channel. Thanks for coming along, and I hope y'all enjoyed this journaling flip through. Bye.